This podcast is brought to you by the Mice Pod. Mice Pod at micechat.com and micepod.com. Micechat.com.
Greetings, Universal Orlando fans. It's time for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast with your hosts, Lee, Tracey, and Darren.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, episode number 41. I'm Darren, and with me, of course, Lee.
Hello.
And Tracey.
Hello.
I've just opened up something I didn't want to. A whole new kettle of worms. Hello, Darren. Yes, sorry.
Hello. All right.
I really don't know where he is at the moment.
Sat next to you on the couch as usual.
All right, well, we have a show today.
We do, yes.
Yep.
Yes. First, we're going to start off with the news, and then go on to What's Newniversal with Eric. Then we've got Tracey, Lee, and Hunter. This must be one from the archives.
It is.
Yeah, bringing us a trip report with Dan Lambreth. And then we got Tracey's super secret Halloween segment that we don't know.
Is that for this year?
Don't be saying that.
I better do it then.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to have on the show today. And, of course, our outro and everything. So
Now I'm going to jump in because I've got, off the back of our discussion on staying on site or off site or whatever before,
yeah.
we got a tweet last time off Mac Clark, the Mac Machine, on Twitter saying that one of the best things was not having a car because he got shuttled straight to the hotel, and I assumed he was talking about Disney's Magical Express, and it turns out, as he kindly mentioned to me on Twitter again, that it wasn't. He got a shuttle to Universal when he went last June from the airport, so he doesn't ever remember using Disney Magical Express. So there you go. So apparently you can get a shuttle to Universal as well, which is quite cool.
That's always good to know.
So there you go.
Cool.
definitely. And we had another question coming through Podbean, someone asking us about Wi-Fi access at Universal. And we got, actually, Lee sent an email out to Guest Services, and through my experience as well here, no, that's the answer. They do not have Wi-Fi available generally in the parks or in City Walk, not even at Starbucks. So you're basically stuck on the 3G there, and there's a lot of people on that as well, so a lot of data doesn't get transferred very well. I have text messages that get hung up a lot, tweets when I'm trying to do live tweets from Halloween Horror Nights events and stuff like that. But they did let us know that they do have one place in the entire resort that you can get Wi-Fi, and that's Wasamata U at Toon Lagoon at Universal Islands of Adventure. It will cost you, though. Wi-Fi access is $5 for 30 minutes and $10 for 3 hours. And then if you want to use their computer, if you don't have a Wi-Fi capable device, that's $5 for 10 minutes, $7 for 15 minutes, and $10 for 30 minutes. They said that this time they don't have any internet access available at Universal Studios Florida.
Now,
that's that.
Sorry, as I was saying before, Darren, and talking to Eric, apparently, like the fact that Disney have it in at least two of the parks now, sort of caught Universal off guard a little bit because they're normally in touch with Disney with things like this. So he said he would expect it to be something that they will be looking to add in the near future.
Yeah. When you stay at the resorts there, do you get complimentary Wi-Fi in your room, or do you have to pay for it?
There's an interesting question. I don't actually know. Disney, are we talking about, or Universal?
Universal.
I don't know.
Because I'm sure they offer it in some form at the hotel, but knowing their regular pricing structure for like parking and everything when you're staying at the resort, I'm guessing you probably have to pay a surplus for it. And typically at resorts, that's $10 a day.
Right. That sounds pretty likely, though, doesn't it?
I am going to have a look at that.
Yeah. While you're looking at that, I've had a comment about our last roundtable discussion from Aaron Thomas Hearn. I think.
For anybody that didn't listen, shame on you for one. But it was whether we thought that them putting in Diagon Alley in London or whatever, they still haven't announced, whether we thought it was putting too many eggs in one basket with all the Potter stuff.
Thank you for that explanation.
There you go.
Dear.
You're welcome.
Anyway, Aaron had this to say. Regarding the Harry Potter expansion, I think it's way too many eggs. Way too many eggs in one basket. I really am not a huge Harry Potter fan like my wife. We've been to Harry Potter Land quite a few times. It's a really amazing place. But wouldn't you think that too much of one thing can be a little overkill? Let's take Jack the Clown from Halloween Horror Nights, for example. How many years was he heavily involved in the concept of Halloween Horror Nights? Quite a few years, right? I myself loved it, but I can see where most people will get sick of seeing him year after year. Fans want something fresh, new, or exciting. I'm not taking anything away from Harry Potter Land, but taking up so much space at Universal Orlando and Islands of Adventure leaves less room for newer franchises down the road. Now, I'll admit that I'm a horror fanboy, but why not bring the Universal House of Horrors to Universal Orlando like in Hollywood? It seems like a no-brainer. It would be another house to open during Halloween Horror Night and keep lines down from the 7 other original houses that Universal may come up with for that year of Halloween Horror Nights. Plus, and this is a big thing, they took Jaws away from us. Tears rolling down my cheeks, in brackets it says. Why not give us something year-round horror-related? Darren, Lee, Tracey, get to the bottom of this. That's Aaron, weekly listener and big fan.
They kind of have brought it this year, though, haven't they, Darren?
What?
The House of Horrors.
Well, yeah, but it's not a permanent house, though.
That's it. Aaron's saying make that a permanent feature. I'm behind that idea. I said that earlier.
Andy said, when we did the trip report with Andy DeGenova, sorry, Andy, I know you don't like getting loads of mentions on this show, but it is relevant. He said the one at Hollywood wasn't brilliant, though, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, but that doesn't, I mean, yeah, because when you got the people doing it year-round, I'm sure you got less enthusiasm from the scare actors when it's their, like, day job.
Yeah.
Well,
but, I don't know.
I
They could rotate people around from the
was
park.
just going to say that, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I see what you're saying, but I find it difficult to think logically about things because I just go, "Whoa, more Harry Potter." I haven't seen any yet, but I would still rather have had Jaws though.
It's a big chunk of real estate.
It's a huge area
in a very small area that they have to work with. So I definitely understand his concern, but also Jack is the best icon they've ever had at Halloween Horror Nights, so I'm okay with them using him a few times.
Yeah.
I miss him when he's not there.
I'm kind of on the fence about Jack. So I would love to do a Halloween Horror Nights with him there, but he's a clown.
Yeah.
We all know how I feel about clowns.
Yeah, I think why he sticks in my mind so well is that he's one of the few that actually had a show. He actually had like a running 30-minute street show that happened during the event. So you definitely got like a more personable feeling with him. And they also had him at the front gates and in various parts of the parks to get pictures with him and all that. So I think that's why he sticks in my head a little bit more than the other icons.
Yeah. So here's a question then. If it wasn't a Universal House of Horrors for year-round horror house, if you like, area, what do you think would be a good idea? I
think an updated version of that would be pretty cool. Like with, like they did partner with like New Line and all that, and get Freddy, Jason, Chucky, Child's Play. Yeah. Get like more from the 80s, 90s, and current times, the Saw characters, those kind of things. Yeah. I think that would be pretty neat. You could actually start and basically walk a timeline, and the start of it could all be in black and white.
Oh my god, what a brilliant idea.
The scenery and everything. What?
That's a really good idea.
And you walk through and you're in black and white. And like some of them were painted film with the hyper bright colours. Yeah. And go through until and the 80s ones could be all grainy. Yeah, definitely.
It's really bad special effects.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Right, Universal, we want to see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, just looking here, I'm on the Royal Pacific site, and it says in-room wireless high-speed internet access is available. Fees apply.
Yeah.
But I can't see how much it is.
Well, why don't we get onto them and find out?
I will find out. Cool.
Excellent.
All right.
So, yeah. So, yes, thanks for that, Aaron.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Anybody else got anything else to talk about here?
Nope.
All right, then let's go on with the news.
And now your news from around the Universal Orlando Resort with your UUOP news team.
Let's talk about Velvet Sessions again. Ooh, I'm stealing Tracey's bit here.
Yeah, I know.
Was that on purpose? All right. Hey, it's a cool band too. I remember these guys. Featured artist is Soul Asylum.
You stole Soul Asylum from me.
Yeah.
I
Am I
did.
the only one that sat here going, I know the name, but I couldn't tell you.
Oh, I loved Soul Asylum.
Oh, yeah.
That Runaway Train. Was that them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not singing it.
I actually nearly did, but I'm not going to.
I loved that song.
Yeah.
At the top of my head, I had the album and I can't think of anything else.
I was going to sing it again there, I won't bother. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, sorry.
Hey, and with the Harry Potter expansion with the train, you know?
Yeah.
That's their subtle hint.
Yeah.
So they're going to have Train on next.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, right. Well, Soul Asylum is going to have somebody with them. It's Quatella. I don't.
Well, just, yeah.
Not as
We got away with it last time.
Yeah, that's going to be Thursday, October 25th, 2012. Start time is 6:30 p.m. You can purchase tickets online and receive early entry at 6 o'clock. There will be a silent auction with hotel stays and more. That's pretty cool.
That's the Pinktober thing again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they always do something really good for Pinktober.
Yeah. There's going to be $29 online or $35 at the door, which I don't think is too bad to see Soul Asylum.
No, not at all.
Especially when it includes specialty drinks, finger foods from 6:30 p.m. until showtime, live music, cash bars from showtime onward, and valet parking. Star.
How many people think go in and go, right, I've got a couple of, what is it? When showtime, does it say when it actually starts?
6:30, isn't it? Or is it 7? Something like that.
Specialty
I think showtime is 7
from
PM.
6, so you get half an hour to shove as much food down your neck as you can.
I'm just wondering, is it finger food because it's Halloween?
You have the same joke every...
Leave me alone. I always
It might be, I would do it that way, like make little hors d'oeuvres in the shape of fingers.
Yeah.
I'm going to do.
Well, if you buy your ticket online, you get there at 6, so you can fill your face from 6 to 7.
Even better.
Get a full hour.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then afterwards, of course, you can hang out in the Velvet Bar where the DJ plays tunes until 1 a.m. VIP tickets are $50 online only, and that includes access to a special viewing area with private bar, plus all the benefits of a regular Velvet Sessions ticket. And that is at Hard Rock Hotel at Universal Orlando. Parking is complimentary, amazingly.
Wow.
That is quite surprising.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody listening. The views of the official Universal Orlando podcast are ours and ours alone and do not reflect the views of Universal Orlando Resort.
Actually, the views of UUOP are usually just Lee's.
No.
They'll give you all the heat.
Yeah, whatever.
If they're negative, they're least.
Yeah, definitely.
Positive, that's probably Darren or Tracey.
Yeah. Stupid, definitely me.
Cool. Right, I've got one. Now, I actually came across this on Screamscape, and they said that a new strange self-service photo podium service, like the word service there, is now working in the Jurassic Park area of Islands of Adventure, according to a post on Behind the Thrills, mention as many other sites as we can get. They've put, no need to ask a stranger to take a picture of your group as long as you're willing to pay for it. Now, I
that's a stranger.
sent Eric to the parks this weekend to get a picture of it, and the photo update that will hopefully go up tomorrow-ish. It's a weird little photo. It's not a booth, it's just sort of out in the open, and it's a bit weird. So I was talking to Eric this afternoon about it, and apparently it's part of... Have either of you two heard of the new Photo Connect thing at Universal?
I don't know.
Did we talk about that? It sounds familiar to me.
We have briefly mentioned it. I actually know someone who got it recently.
Do you want to remind us?
I'm still not 100% sure. I've actually asked Eric he's going to do a What's Newniversal because it's fairly new on it. So he's going to do one of them shortly for us. But from what I can gather, it's very much like Disney's Photo Pass.
Right.
You pay so much for it.
Yeah.
And then you get your little card. And this Jurassic Park thing's part of it. So you go in, you scan your card, you get your photo taken, and it's online for you to view and print, whatever, like Disney's Photo Pass. As I say, Eric knows way, way more about it than I do. And I've asked him to do a What's Newniversal because it seems, from what I've had a brief conversation about, it seems like a really, especially if you're an annual pass holder, sounds like an amazing deal. But there you go. So, as I say, keep a check out because I will be putting a photo update on, and a picture of that strange little thing will be there.
Righty-ho.
There you go.
Right, well, it's over to me then, and it's time for This Month in History. So, of course, it's October.
So what do you think the topic of this month in history is going to be mainly?
Easter Bunny.
No.
Well, actually, no. Right, let's just plough straight on. October 1991, Fright Nights debuts at the park.
Jump in. For anyone who wants to know about Fright Nights, go and listen to, I think it's episode 14 or 15 last year, our interview with Ron Schneider, who actually worked at that year and created a lot of the things for it.
Did indeed. The following year, 1992, Fright Nights was renamed Halloween Horror Nights as it returned for its second year at Universal Studios Florida.
For anybody interested, have a listen to our next show, as we will have someone who worked on that as well. Hopefully, if he turns up in half an hour.
In October 2002, Halloween Horror Nights moved to Islands of Adventure for the first time. Lee, do you have a comment?
I was going to ask Darren. Darren, did you go to that one?
Which one?
2002, when it was in Islands of Adventure.
No, I've never been to one where it was over at Islands, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to carry on?
No, Darren's got something to say.
Go, Darren.
Oh, yeah. But if rumors are true, maybe when the two parks become one big park, as we've heard, maybe it'll be all around again. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would indeed. I am. If you shut up, I'd have been halfway through. Each island... Hang on a minute. All right, yes. So carrying on from the Islands of Adventure thing, each island was transformed into a different twisted world. The port of entry into the port of evil. Zeus Landing into Booville. The Lost Continent into Island of Evil Souls. Jurassic Park into JP Extinction. Toon Lagoon into Treeks and Foons, not easy to say. And Marvel Superhero Island into Island Under Siege. Ooh.
I think what I've heard about that is, I'm sure Matt Holt, a listener's told us about that, and it was the idea behind Marvel Superhero Island, that was that the villains had won, so there was like Captain America's shield out on the street covered in blood, and Spider-Man's costume hanging from a building and stuff like that, which sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool.
If I'm right, that's where the outlines, the tape outlines in front of Dr. Doom's Freefall.
All right.
I'm pretty sure that's where they came about, was that year.
Cool.
And then they just left them there continuously, so if you go there now, they're still there.
Scavenger hunt spoiler.
Yep.
Not that that's actually available yet. It's still a work in progress because I've got a lot of information to churn out there. Moving on anyway. October the 20th, 2002. Black armbands at the ready. The Fantastic World. Is it the Funtastic World of Hanna-Barbera closed? Hanna-Barbera. Never know which one it is.
Barbera.
Is it Barbera or Barbara? Yeah.
Barbera.
Yeah, it closed. All right, there's an actual tune there, is there?
I was trying to pick it out there.
Yeah, I thought he had something stuck in his nose, to be honest. Anyway, moving swiftly on, October 2004. I like this one because I was there.
Yes, we were. We were there.
Oh yeah, you were as well. You were the one screaming around like a girl.
No, that was you.
No, that was me. Halloween Horror Nights took place in both Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure.
I am so glad we did
Brilliant.
that year.
Absolutely brilliant.
That's the only year you've missed in the last 10 or so, isn't it, as well, Darren?
Well, that in 2002.
Yeah.
Both of those years.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Bad timing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if ever a place looked really creepy in the dark, it's Zeus Landing. And Lost Continent, because that was virtually completely dark. Just fog machines and things creeping about that you would just catch in the moonlight. That was fabulous.
It was unbelievable.
Mhm.
Was. But I have to move on to October 2006. Halloween Horror Nights, surprise, surprise, returned to Universal Studios Florida for its Sweet 16. What happened to 2005?
No, I was just reading that, yeah. Must have returned the year before, surely. Don't know. Anyway.
And in 2009, All the Stories You'll Hear opened in the park's Zeus Landing area.
Hasn't that just moved somewhere
Yes,
else?
it was in the middle of Circus McGurk's in that big expanse, wasn't it?
Else,
And now it is... I think it's actually... You know the trees where we like to sit after being in Snookers and Snookers?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's under there because it's quite shady under there.
Near,
It's like
Goose, Juice Goose.
Yeah, I think it's over there. I'm
Right.
not 100% though. I'm probably completely wrong. But somebody will put us right.
Oh, you guys sound drunk saying all those names.
Darren, you need to go. When we're over next year, we're going to drag you around everything in Zeus Landing.
Yep.
Yep.
And finally, 2010, the 20th anniversary of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Florida occurred.
Darren was there.
Yes, I was.
Was it a good year, Darren?
That was a good year.
Cool.
Yes, and that concludes this month in history.
So I've got this one. I actually put a post on the website about it. I was talking to Eric, and obviously we've talked about the speculation of the Hogwarts Express coming in. I say between the parks, as Darren's already commented. It may not be between the parks. It may just be the park.
Yeah.
Anyway, and we've heard a lot of rumours of what they're going to do, what technology they're going to use to enclose that ride. Now, I know we'd originally heard that they were going to use the 360 tunnel type thing that they use at King Kong in Hollywood as part of the tram tour. But having spoken to Eric again last week, I will post the video in the show notes, or at least a link to the web post that I put out. But apparently, did you have a look at it, Darren?
Yeah, I did. It looks amazing.
It looks unbelievable. It's I'm trying to think what it's called now. It's basically a computer screen that's a window. You put it on your window, so it's see-through. Just because I showed you it, didn't I?
Oh, yes, yeah, sorry, now I know exactly what you're talking about.
And
yeah.
it's a TV screen. It's hard to explain. It's a TV screen on the window, so you can see through it when there's nothing on. But then you can have, like, Twitter or Facebook. They had a thing that was like the blinds. You completely touch screen, so you touch blinds, and a blind appears on the screen, and then you can touch the little thing to close it or open it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine what you could use for that attraction between? You'd see the Ford Anglia flying about, or the Dementors and stuff. I think that's a much better idea.
Hedwig flying past.
Oh yeah,
hippogriffs.
Much better than
Dragons.
the enclosed tunnel. I think it would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it did look absolutely stunning.
It is. I'll either post the video.
The only thing is, I think they'll still have to have a tunnel, even if they use that technology, because otherwise, when you do see through the screen, you'll be seeing the back lot,
Yeah.
True.
employee parking and whatnot.
Depends. They could put like a mute.
It could be a combination,
like a construction wall high and just paint it, I suppose. But then that would look a bit. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting.
I'm sure they've got something planned.
But that to me, I saw that and just went, "Oh my god, that's going to be amazing! I can't wait for that."
Oh, it does look stunning.
As I say, I'll either post a link to it or I'll put it in the show notes. But again, like I was talking to, and Eric seems to be a lot more in the know than I realised he was. But apparently, it's going to be the between the two parks. The Hogwarts Express is going to be a single track, but it's going to split into two in the middle, just so because there's one train going one way and one going the other way. There'll be a split in the middle so they can go around each other. But he told me that what they're banding around at the moment is that being the only connection point between the two parks. Like you said, Darren, about making it one big park, that will be the only connection point.
Well,
A, bottleneck. B, if you're not a Potter fan, they're going to make you go through that area.
Yeah, I don't know if they do that. That doesn't seem very feasible.
But he also sorry, Darren, go on.
Oh, no, I was just saying, I don't know.
We mentioned about the tickets and things, and apparently it's at the moment they only push the one park ticket unless somebody the 1 day 1 park ticket unless someone specifically asks for it. Otherwise, they will push the 2 park 1 day ticket. Unless you specifically ask for a 1 day 1 park ticket, they will sell you the 2 park ticket, which Eric, I agree with him, is a way of phasing that ticket out.
Right.
Because if people aren't asking for it, they'll get the 2 park ticket straight away and then go, oh, well, we can go to both parks. That way you're then basically phasing that ticket out anyway, but time will tell. Time will tell. It's coming along quite a lot anyway, as Eric will talk on his What's Newniversal next week.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I got another one here, which is a bit of our own news. The Men in Black Alien Attack leaderboard is now live. So we want people to submit their scores, but there are some rules here. Number one's pretty obvious. No fake photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're Photoshop wizards over here, so we'll know. Don't even try it.
I know getting 666. Oh, no, because anyway, go on, sorry.
No 999,999 scores, because that just spoils it for everybody. And it's a trick to do it, so.
We've already had a complaint. What? That's not fair. What happens if you get that all the time? Well,
maybe we should have like a separate, just like little wall with just the people that have sent us 999 scores.
Yeah,
like just all listed. Yeah.
Like the Hall of Fame type thing.
Because not everyone can score that score, and if someone comes in and goes, right, I've scored 9,999, 9,999, and you've won.
Yeah, I know I have in theory, but my gun's always broken, so
yeah,
every single time I've been on it.
Oh, I like that excuse.
No cheating by taking pictures of other people's scores and claiming them as your own. We won't know, of course, but you'll forever have to live with the guilt of knowing you didn't score that much. And I think that's punishment enough.
Most definite.
That's underhand. I must be very honest, because I would never even consider doing that.
You see,
I never thought of that one.
I wrote these rules, and I know it must say something about me.
I was going to say, I know you're very dodgy.
But for people who have already tried to take pictures of their scores, they know it's hard anyways because it's flashing at the end. So it's hard enough just to get a clear shot of your own without bothering with somebody else's. Yeah, and you can email us your pictures of your score to podcast@uuopodcast.com. And we'll put a link to the page up in the show notes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
But,
is that it? Is everyone else done?
Yeah, Darren was the last one.
Right. I've got a couple, actually. Funny enough, talking to Eric again. I sent him to the park to get pictures for us, as he always does, and apparently there's a new photo op in the Spider-Man queue line. Apparently one of the offices that's normally just there you walk past, they have converted into a Spider-Man photo op. So they now have Spider-Man in there, like you used to in the shop across the road from the entrance. They've now put him in the queue line, so you can have your photo taken with him while you're queuing, which I think is an excellent idea.
Yeah, I guess because they'll just take you out of the queue for a bit to take the picture and then jump back in.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Obviously the Photo Connect thing, and also apparently Pix changed its name. You know the new shop on City Walk?
Oh yeah.
PYQ. It's not PYQ anymore.
Oh, good grief.
It's now P! Q, because apparently Eric thinks it was because people were pronouncing it Pike.
What's wrong with Pike? Apart from it's a fish.
Because it's not Pike, it's Pick.
Why don't they spell it Pick, like any normal human being?
So yes, apparently they've changed the signage on it, and it's P! Q now. Oh, and apparently Zeus Landing's getting a coat of paint.
Wacky colours, I hope.
The same colours as it is, but he said
I was going to say good. No Magnolia then.
It didn't really. Said it looked really good before anyway, so it hasn't really changed anything. And that's it. That's all I've got.
Okay, well then, let's go over to Eric for the What's Newniversal.
Hello, everyone. This is Eric Davis coming live from Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida, with the unofficial Universal podcast, What's Newniversal. I am currently live in the park near the Kids Zone, Animal Actors Live, and Battery Park. If you already knew that, then 100 Newniversal points to you. I'm excited to share with you what's going on in the parks today. After an amazing kickoff to Halloween Horror Nights, the parks have quieted down. It's a nice, calm Saturday. Beautiful high 70s day, sun shining, breeze blowing. Lines are slow. Overall, it's a great day to be in Florida. So, let's go by the projects, one by one. Hogwarts Express, Islands Adventure, progress moving forward with the walls expanded and all the buildings being demoed. Frozen Desert is now gone. It's going to be hard to get pictures from here on out of the area unless I take to a chopper or secretly videotape from Dragon's Challenge. Anyone who wants to volunteer, come with me to videotape on Dragon's Challenge. Please send Lee an email, and he will forward it to me. Then, moving on over to the Studios Park, Transformers is going vertical. In one of the photos that you'll see, you'll hopefully be able to see a little part of the ride track being laid now. It's not the track part like the electric part, but the actual concrete track that the electric vehicle will roam on. So, again, Transformers is real, it's happening, and it's awesome. The building is going to be big. I'm excited. Over to Harry Potter 2.0, the show building. They're actually putting the roof on right now. Again, the size of this building is massive. And they have now opened up the London waterfront area, so no longer are you going through that path of doom with big walls on your right and your left-hand side. You now have the London Thames River facade and a wall on your left-hand side as you walk towards Men in Black. It's a beautiful area. You get the feeling that once the actual theming details are done, in the future it will be gorgeous once they add the lamps and the lions and other benches and themed trash cans. None of that is there right now. Obviously, they're not going to tip their hand because they still haven't made an announcement. So, sadly, no theming as of yet. Moving over to The Simpsons. The games are now open. They are themed. They are beautiful. They are awesome. Like I said, Universal gets 2 massive thumbs up for the themed games. It makes Chester and Hester look even cheaper because Universal did quote-unquote tacky themed Midway games, just like Disney and Animal Kingdom did tacky themed Midway games for Chester and Hester. I feel like Universal pulled off the themed part, where Disney pulled off the tacky part. So, my take, like I said, lots happening in the park. It's a beautiful day. If you're in the parks, please give me a shout out. I'm here almost every Saturday morning and afternoon. Would love to meet up with any fans of the unofficial Universal podcast. Thank you again, and this is What's Newniversal, coming to you live from Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida.
All right, thank you, Eric. And following on from that, we're going to go on with the trip report from Tracey, Lee, and Hunter with Dan Lambreth.
Now, before we get into the questions, why don't you let everyone know where you're from?
I am from Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, Elvis territory.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very good.
So I guess we'll start off with the first question as usual.
Good place to
we
start.
normally don't start off with a third one, but
that would be mine.
So when did you last visit, and who did you go with?
Let's see. The exact date was... Shoot, I don't even remember the exact date. When was the sorry, unprofessional.
It's alright, neither are we.
The week of the J. Cole concert.
Ooh, I'm not exactly sure. Weren't you the listener that was actually in the parks when I was there? I believe the day after the Spider-Man opening.
Yes.
No, it was a week after, but still.
The 8th of March it reopened, so I'm assuming we're around that time. Yeah. So there you go, anyway. So who did you go with?
My brother couldn't make it, so I ended up going with my dad.
Cool.
Excellent. And where did you stay?
We stayed... I wanted to stay on site, but the prices are steep.
Yeah.
Very steep. And I'll get into a minute why the fast passes. I'll probably bring its way into the conversation.
Okay.
Why I found I didn't need the fast passes.
Okay.
or express passes or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stayed at the Floridian, which is not like Grand Floridian, not the Disney hotel, just a small little hotel offsite.
Okay.
And then I want to say it was a Holiday Inn.
Right.
Express down there.
Right.
There's quite a few of them in there, isn't there, on iDrive?
I want to say it was on Universal Boulevard, maybe?
I think there is one there, yes.
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 Does ring a bell,
We were all but 5 minutes away from the park.
Yes, isn't it? I think there is one that's a Universal Partner Hotel on there.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah, great location.
So, kind of tying into what we were just talking about. So what was your ticket type, and did you purchase the express ticket, which I presume you didn't?
Okay, my ticket type, actually, I got the annual pass.
Ooh.
Okay.
Which one did you get?
The middle one. Not the most expensive one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have no idea. Come on, Hunter, which one have you got?
You know,
Sorry,
I started off with the Power Pass, and then I upgraded to the one after that, because that one includes parking and everything like that. So.
Right.
I presume that's the same one you have.
Yeah, because ours included parking.
Cool. So tell us about the express tickets then. Obviously, it seems a hot button topic.
We were going to get it because we said, okay, there's one day we're going to set aside and we're going to get the express passes and we're going to go through everything. But as Hunter can probably tell you, there were quite a few rides down.
Actually was. I believe River Adventure was down for a good portion of that day. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then...
that whole week, really.
Hunter, was that the day we phoned you?
I don't know.
That was the day you phoned me to talk to me. And then, you actually told me that you tweeted at him, and
yeah, if you see Hunter, yeah, because I don't know, Dan, because I said if you see Hunter there, let him know, and you said I would do if I knew what he looked like.
You know, I'm kind of a mysterious figure.
You're tall enough, everyone would notice you.
Thanks.
Hagrid.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry.
And everything going on right now.
Yeah. Sorry, Dan. Carry on.
But yeah, and the single rider line. I feel like that's better than Express Pass in most cases.
Right.
Yeah.
I ended up after waiting. Let's see, what was it? Dueling Dragons. You know, Dragon Challenge, whatever they call it now.
Yeah. Everyone still calls it Dueling Dragons.
After waiting for 2 hours in that line, which is no one should ever wait 2 hours in Dragon Challenge, because they were only running one. And it kept breaking down. One of the people there, this is actually kind of a spew story. One of the people there was just like, hey, we've seen you in this line for a long time. Look, if you go right down to customer service and just tell them I was in this line and in this line, then they'll give you like fast passes or something.
Cool. 2 hours for that? I wouldn't wait 2 hours for that. Not now anyway.
Well, like I told you, Lee, Spider-Man actually broke down on me. We probably waited on that line close to 3 hours when we first went.
But then you think that that's just new opened. They're always going to have technical difficulties. You're talking about a ride that's been running for years. I don't know why.
I want to say it was most of the park doing this stuff like this, though, because Harry Potter did it, too.
Right.
That breaks down quite a bit.
The worst part, I swear. Because you know how you guys have been talking about possible additions to the Wizarding World, and how they might take Poseidon's Fury.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Poseidon's Fury.
Oh, yeah, I'm quite a fan of it, I'll be honest.
So I was like, I'm going to hit this at least once before I leave, because it was always kind of a crowd. So I said I'm going to hit it on my last day. I get in there, you know, you get past the first room, you go to the second room where he holds up the trident right before the little water thing.
Yeah.
And you hear the little goddess talking, and it had been a while since I've seen it, but apparently there were supposed to be laser and fog effects in that room. And they said, and I hear somebody over a walkie-talkie like, yeah, no laser, no fog. And they're like, all right, guys, we got to evacuate.
Okay.
And so we go out this back door, which is funny because it was like, we're sorry, we can't, because the spiel on the ride, it was like, we can't save you now. We can only take you deeper into the temple. He sealed it with magic, and then it was like, here's a back door.
I wonder if they're having some sort of generator issues or something like that. It's all they're going down the same day.
Lee, and I'll be honest, being a local person, usually when I just see a ride down, I chalk it up to bad luck, and I know it'll still be there, when I come back.
Yeah.
But oftentimes I forget about people who are there, once or twice every 3, 5, or even more years, and just, they miss that experience for that visit.
Definitely. I mean, for us, for example, we only get out sort of every 3 or 4 years. It's like I sort of look back now, going off on a tangent, to the first time we went. Jaws was closed for the entire time we were there. Yeah. And I look, at the time you think nothing of it because it was open last time and it was open the second time we came over. But now, it's like I feel like we missed 2 weeks of being able to ride Jaws.
Cheated. Yeah.
Wasn't that the time period where they actually shut it down because the gas prices were too high, though?
No, that was between our second and third visits.
Okay. Gotcha.
Anyway.
Yes.
It was actually kind of interesting because, it's behind the whole park and you get to see where they store the stuff, but it does kill the magic a little.
Yeah.
It's that awkward thing. It's quite cool that I'm getting to go somewhere that most people generally don't go, but then... Yeah.
It's as heartbreaking as seeing Space Mountain with the lights on.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Spider-Man with the lights on.
Seen Spider-Man without the 3D screens on now. That's an experience.
That was quite cool, actually.
I was going to say, actually, I want to spend one of my entire Spider-Man rides without the glasses on and just looked around at all the set pieces and everything, and that was still a very interesting and cool ride. Especially if you're looking around and seeing how the screens transition into one another and everything like that.
I actually I was in Forbidden Journey with the lights on.
That's quite a cool experience, I'll admit.
Yeah.
I'd just like to ride it.
Stuck in front of the spider. The big spider.
Nice.
Cool.
And you know how it spurts a bit of water?
Yeah.
It's funny, but not when you're stuck there for 5 minutes. You loop to spurt water.
You're a braver man than I.
Hunter, most men are braver than you are.
It's a gift.
It's the gift of femininity.
I embrace my flaws.
Dan, how many days did you spend in the parks?
I spent a total of 4 days there.
Cool, man after our own hearts.
Yes.
So, over the 4 days, I always find this quite interesting because a lot of people, when you're there, do you do we'll do a full day at Islands of Adventure and then tomorrow we'll do a full day at Universal, or do you tend to split days up between the two parks?
The first day I went to Islands of Adventure. The second day I went to Universal. The third day it was kind of split. Just whatever ride I felt like riding and make sure I hit everything. Which was, I say that the first half I went to Islands of Adventure, and the second half I went to Universal and kind of waited for the concert to start because that was a Friday.
Cool.
And then Saturday I kind of just made sure I hit everything I felt like I missed.
Sounds good.
So, what is your favorite park out of the two, and why?
Well, I mean, that's the obvious choice. I'm gonna say Islands of Adventure. I think it's themed better.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, Universal's sort of lost its identity, I think, a lot over the last few years.
It's in transition, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah. I think Harry Potter has a lot to do with it, especially now with Spider-Man. I think that's a lot of people are going to... And we've had a couple of people do trip reports with us that have actually said Universal. I think Darren actually prefers... He says his is...
He prefers Busch Gardens, the traitor.
I prefer the Magic Kingdom.
I was going to say, I don't know what you're laughing at, young man. You'll be sacked as well.
Well,
I'm a Gatorland girl myself. No.
I prefer Lego.
Sorry,
I prefer Pirates Cove Golf.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool, Pirates Cove. We did that last time.
Kids got free gift. It's great. Anyway, moving on before we go off on another one. So, Dan, which in each park, which is your favourite ride and which is your least favourite ride?
Well, let's see. In Islands of Adventure, my favorite. I think I'm gonna go with Spider-Man.
Yes.
It would be like if you had asked me before the update, it would have been close between Spider-Man and Forbidden Journey, but I think after the update, I have to say Spider-Man.
This man understands my dilemma.
I think I'm going to be there.
Before it was Forbidden Journey, and then after the update, it was like, wow, Spider-Man's easily my favorite ride in the parks now.
Yeah.
It always was mine, and not having ridden the Forbidden Journey yet, I always expected it to take over it, but I think, with the 4K thing, I think it's going to be a tough call.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man's still going to hold out for you, Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Good.
So what about your least favourite in Iowa?
Least favorite ride? It's got to be in the Marvel area. It's between Doctor Doom's Fear Fall and Storm Force.
I'm with you on both of them.
Yeah.
It's like cheap carnival rides.
Yeah.
I think,
apart from Doctor Doom being just a bit scary.
For me, Doctor Doom's worth riding for the view. The view over, if you can get the front seats, the view over the park's amazing, but you're not up there long enough to be able to see anything.
I don't like my stomach in my throat.
You know, if your eyes closed.
But then again, I don't like to get whiplash, which is what I virtually got from Stormforce Acceleratron.
That was pretty bad.
It did just stop dead.
And how much people like that ride that Tracey and the kids were the only people on it.
So because of the kids, we were on it. And funnily enough, they didn't ask to ride it again.
No, and they would do as well, wouldn't they?
Yes.
I think we've had that discussion before about how you can take two totally similar rides, and it can totally affect like your perception of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know both you and Lee are huge fans of the Tower of Terror.
Ooh,
yes.
I know,
and you don't get the stomach and the throat feeling on Tower of Terror.
No, I'm the one in the photographs where he's going, "What is she doing?" And I'm the one with the arms up in the air.
Right, I'm actually going to say something
Dr.
here.
Doom, I'm eyes closed, clenched hands, not buttocks. Sorry.
I see what Hunter's doing here.
What's he doing? You evil, evil Hunter.
He's
bringing the conversation round to Disney.
He is. Anyway.
I'm afraid not. It was an honest question.
No, okay. So, Universal Studios, favourite and least favourite rides over there?
If you had asked me before this trip, I would say my favorite would have been Rip Ride Rocket.
Interesting.
But I'm gonna say The Mummy.
Cool.
Good ride.
Because it's so unappreciated.
Yes, I agree.
I totally agree. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Like, I single rided straight on, like every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
So you and your dad both did single ride line. Did you still get to sit next to each other when you did it then, or not?
It's about 50-50.
Yeah, see, it's quite good
bad.
that sometimes you can still end up getting sat, because I know me and our oldest, we did the one for Rip Ride Rocket, and we still got sat next to each other. So it can work out.
In your favour.
Yeah. Least favourite.
Least favorite. I'm not even going to dignify what you know as the worst thing in the park by calling it a ride.
You have to say it, Darren, if you know you're not here, but if you're listening, he's talking about Twister.
Friends don't let friends ride Twister.
I got on it. I wrote it just to say that I did. Just reinforces in my mind why I despise that so-called ride.
Darren, when this goes out and Darren's listening, he'll be smashing his iPod. How dare you!
I would just like to say something. For a very selfish reason, I hope they don't get rid of Twister. Because a lot of photographs, a lot of things to look for in my scavenger hunts.
Darren's already said that he's going to ride it every single day to make sure that they don't close it before we come over.
I had front row on that so-called ride, and it just felt like they were just whipping water at my face.
Right.
It's just like, okay, it's kind of annoying.
Believe.
I feel we should go and do it next time.
I think we have to.
Just to sort of justify, like basically what Dan has. He knew it was crap, but I said I'll go and ride it just to prove to myself that it is. And oh yeah, it is.
Isn't your goal next time you come to hit everything anyway?
I would like to try and hit everything if possible.
Yeah.
I think in 6 days, I don't think that's too much of an ask. We need to go and check out Barney's backyard and his echo tunnel.
Please, let's not get into that.
I will not follow you.
Aww.
I'm not gonna lie, it was on the scavenger hunt.
Right.
Luckily, there's a little side door. You can walk in there without having to go into the show.
All right, that's a handy tip. Right, there you go. Save that for the end of the show. When we ask you what your tip is, it's that. If you want to go into Barney's Echo Tunnel, then you don't have to go
Going by the back entrance.
Now, do you have to have the express pass to enter said side door?
Obviously not, because he didn't get it. It's a single rider line.
You have to express Barney's back door.
Extra no, because I was sitting here on a bench trying to decide whether or not I was going in the back door, and there was an older gentleman just staring at that door. It was rather creepy.
Oh, he's just eyeing up Barney's back door.
You don't know the things I've seen in there, son.
That's what it is. He was having like Vietnam flashbacks.
The purple dinosaurs in Vietnam.
I've seen
I lost
some
my
things,
friend
man.
Johnny never came back the same.
Moving on. Do you have a favourite area in each of the
Barney's
parks, Dan?
backyard.
No, I'm sure Barney's backyard isn't one of Dan's favourite areas. It's nobody's favourite area. Everyone's dying now. Sorry, I'll ask that one again when Tracey's finished dying. Do you have are you done? No.
I'm okay though.
I will say one thing before we move away from Barney. I did actually try the Echo Tunnel.
Right. What is it?
An echo. It's a tunnel echo.
It's just like a tunnely place. Like, I don't know. I just ran up in there, and I don't know if you get the reference. Like, I was Olympic sprinting because I wanted to get out of there. But, like, I walked into the Echo Tunnel, and I yelled, Fus Roda, and then left.
Right, that means nothing to me.
It means something.
Anyone going to explain?
I'm more partial to Ricola. But, it's a symbol from, it's kind of becoming an internet meme now, but it originated from the game Skyrim.
Right.
Which is the 5th iteration of Elder Scrolls.
Darren's played it all. He keeps waffling on about it to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So moving on. Do you have a favourite area in each park, Dan? A favourite, a land or area or whatever?
Favorite area? I would say my favorite area in Universal would probably have to be the World Expo.
Good choice.
And my favorite place in Universal, I mean, I guess you'd have to say Harry Potter. I mean, not Universal. Islands of Adventure. You'd have to say Harry Potter.
I think that's most people's answer, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just the theming is so well done.
Yeah.
I've tried not to look at. And then someone sent us a video of all the hidden secrets and stuff in there last week, and we didn't watch it, did we?
No, refused.
Just to try and keep it
something a bit special
about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite eatery?
My favorite eatery, overall.
Yeah, in either of the parks, or even City Walk.
It's either or.
Even City Walk.
Let's see. I kind of tried to stop at different places because I wanted to experience the different places, and inside the parks, I'll say this. I was trying to get, because Mythos is one of the most recognized restaurants and theme parks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to get a seat there because I was like, I want to try this, while I'm here. The lines, every time I checked, the line to eat at Mythos either matched or was greater than the longest ride wait time in the park. Yes. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone in there either. That's pretty. I suppose it says a lot for the restaurant, but
ouch.
Yeah, and there's not really anywhere to queue either because it literally just comes out the front of the building, doesn't it? There's nowhere inside, so
that's quite a long ride. I mean, I've never had a line that long at Mythos.
We've only ever been in it once.
But keep in mind, this was during the spring break season as well.
This is true. Right.
And maybe that's why hotel prices were so much as well.
Probably.
Yes.
It's a very peak season.
Mm-hmm. But my total favorite, I guess, would be Pasta More in City Walk.
Right.
Right.
They had really good food there.
Duly noted. We haven't eaten there, so...
No. I think we're going to try and try as many different places when we come over next time.
I think you have to.
We have to.
Yeah.
But cool.
So, in your opinion, which ride, eatery or show is underappreciated?
Even though you've already mentioned the Mummy.
But there might be something else.
I think the Terminator is really unappreciated.
Yes.
Another good one, yes.
Because that still stands as one of the best rides.
Absolutely.
There.
I completely agree. I mean, we talked about it on the show when we had Daniel Robbie Shaw and we did the walk of Hollywood, and it's because it has it's that combination. It's not just a passive 3D movie. You've got all the actors running around and everything else makes it something different from, say, your typical sort of 3D attraction.
Oh, that reminds me. Can I change my least favorite ride in the park?
Go.
I don't want to justify Twister's a ride.
Go on then.
Go on.
I'm going to say Shrek.
Ooh.
And I'm going to tell you why. Not only because of the seats and whatnot that are just bad, because it was it was lazy in my opinion, because that footage from the ride existed long before they had planned that ride.
Yeah.
Well, it was on the DVD. We borrowed it off Tracy's brother.
Yeah.
We actually saw that just sat at home before we even went to the parks ever.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that
back when movie theaters used to hand out different little prizes and whatnot for seeing the movie first or whatever, they handed out CDs of that.
Right. I did not know that.
I don't know. I just think it's kind of lazy.
I agree.
I was under the impression that they actually animated it for the attraction, and then it made its DVD debut. And then as well, I believe Shrek, the 3D attraction, not as a 4D, but as a 3D, has actually made its way into other parks as well.
I agree with Dan, to be honest. It was something we used to quite like, but having sort of spoken about it quite a bit on the show and stuff, when you look at it and compare it to a lot of stuff out there, there's nothing exciting about it, really. The 3D is fairly average. The seats are horrendous.
But keep in mind, they still use Shrek pretty heavily in advertisements and things like that.
Well, why not? He's a very recognizable character.
Yeah, he's the Be Outrageous of the Universal Studios slogan. So,
yeah.
But anyway.
Lee, weren't you talking about for a while that you wanted to see it rethemed as a Puss in Boots themed attraction?
I think it would work quite well, but then I've seen Puss in Boots, the movie, and it wasn't that great.
No.
I think it had its high points, but it was mostly an average film.
Yeah, it wasn't brilliant. Dan, when you visited the Wizarding World, did you try butterbeer?
Yes.
Did you try both of them?
Yes.
And which was your favourite?
Definitely the Frozen.
Woo!
Any particular reason?
The cold just tastes like... without the cream, once you mix in the cream, it's a little bit better, but it kind of just tastes like watery cream soda.
I have heard that a few people have said it's like cream soda.
So, have you any improvements to suggest?
It's a short.
With regards to the parks, not the show.
Yeah. Get rid of Hunt. No, I won't say that.
Get rid of that 19-year-old. 20-year-old. Soon.
I feel like some areas aren't being used to their full potential.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
They could definitely do more with Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Woo!
I shall remain silent.
Not get rid of it necessarily, but put something else in.
I agree. Yeah. I think there's nothing to draw people in there. The river adventure's okay, but you've got two better water rides a 5-minute walk away, in my opinion.
Open the Jeep tour.
Yeah.
They should do I would say this. I've seen a video from I think it was Singapore Universal, where the way they have the river adventure set up, it's the boats from Popeye and Bluto.
Correct. It's a river rapids ride over in Singapore.
Right.
Yeah. I would like to see them do that, take that boat and put it through kind of a peaceful dinosaur land.
Interesting.
See, what I've actually heard from concept art and stuff was originally, didn't Jim Hill touch on this a little bit too, Mr. Lee?
Yeah.
Basically, when you were going to wait in one line, and then as you started to reach the front, it would divert, and there would either be the river adventure or the Jeep tour attraction, and you'd actually get to choose which attraction you'd like to board on.
Right.
So, and if you look at Jurassic Park, there's still a ton of space. For a while, they were talking about putting a wooden coaster in there and everything like that. So,
it probably is the area in Islands of Adventure that's got the least in it. The Discovery Centre needs something doing with it. I don't know whether they've done anything to it since the last time we were there, but most of the stuff in there was broken.
It's been the same since I first went.
Yeah. But I shall agree with that if they knock it down and build something else. DC Land, that would be cool.
Yes.
Now, I want to just make sure that you understand this bit. With regards to the theme parks, what is your guilty pleasure? Don't need to know anything personal.
Let's see. I haven't done it, but every time I pass by it, I say I want to ride that hippogriff ride. because from what I hear, there's a big hippogriff sitting in a nest.
Oh, cool.
There's a full audio animatronic buckbeak when you're preparing to take off. Yeah,
Hunter's done it. It's about the only level of thrill ride that Hunter will do.
I call it the 20-second wonder.
Then Dan, I charge you with a quest. Next time you're over there, in the name of this show, you must ride it. And come and tell us about it.
I'll try.
You see, you've got an excuse now.
Yeah.
Sometimes the hippogriff ride has a longer wait than Forbidden Journey does, though.
Oh my god, I know.
Well, when all the kids are in
40-minute line, and I was like, no.
Yeah,
it's a
seriously.
minute.
Forbidden Journey.
Only if it's a short queue, then.
We spoke to Heidi Tandy from Ascendio when they did their
VIP.
That was Heather.
That was Heather.
Heidi her son did a marathon of the Flight of the Hippogriff when they had the Wizarding World to themselves for about 5 hours for part of the conference on the night, and about 48 times I think he did it in a row. He literally just got on and went round and got off and went back on and got off and went back round and got on.
Well, that only means he was on the attraction for
10
20 minutes.
That Halloween Horror Nights Maximum Carnage was in 2002, by the way. There are videos on YouTube of it, apparently. Have you got any plans to go back, Dan? Soon or not soon?
Yes. Since I bought the annual pass, I'm definitely going to try and make it at least one more time. If not this summer, then during Halloween Horror Nights this year.
Cool.
Good idea.
I'm not jealous at all.
I am.
Because I've never been to their Halloween Horror Nights, but it seems awesome.
We did it in 2004. It was the only year they've ever done it over both parks, and it was amazing.
was absolutely awesome.
It is such a good night.
It was. I have never screamed and hidden behind Lee as much in my life. And I'm not that sort of girl. It was one of the best nights of my life.
And I have to ask Darren, I think this is his, did he say it was his 10th or 11th year this year? Yeah.
So, do you have any hips?
Hips or tins?
Do you have any hips you want to donate? I have some elderly people standing by waiting to collect your call.
Take two.
Do you have any tips or tricks you'd like to share with us?
Yeah.
Use the back door to get into Barney's Echo Tunnel so you don't have to go through.
The back door.
Always take the back door in dealing with Barney's backyard. You guys have mentioned this once. There's the Rip Ride Rockets secret set list, which actually bummed me out a bit because with long lines and everything and breaking down. That's another ride I waited 2 hours to get on.
Ouch.
I think I tweeted about this once. So I got on, pressed my song in, found my hidden song, the song I'd been waiting this whole time to hear. No audio. The whole ride.
No.
And what song had you chosen, Dan, out of interest?
The Diary of Jane by Breaking Benjamin.
Which is actually a really fun track to ride to.
I'll be honest, I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of Breaking Benjamin?
No.
Given the type of music you like, Lee, that honestly surprises me.
Okay.
I'll send you a link later.
Okie dokie.
Maybe they're just not made it over here.
Maybe not. You've got to remember we're in like the backwaters of Europe.
Always use single rider when it's available.
Definitely, I think that is a good hint.
That is a very good one, yeah.
Oh, and if you're planning on getting a butterbeer and you plan on switching parks, get one right before you leave Islands of Adventure so you can walk it off to the next park. So you don't go into a little coma in the queue.
Doesn't it make you walk there even faster, though?
Yeah.
All these wired people walking through Zeus Landing.
Ooh. Freaky.
Well, thank you very much for joining us on the show, Dan.
Yeah, thanks. It sounds like you had a really great time, and we really appreciate you coming on and sharing it with us.
Oh, yes. Thank you guys for having me.
Not a problem. Anytime.
It's been a pleasure.
We appreciate having interaction with the listeners.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So, anyways,
Yep.
Bye, Dan.
Yep. Take care of yourself.
Cheers, Dan.
Bye.
Bye.
In a world where the skies are clouded with ADRs, park ticket, and hotel bookings, one hero stands like a beacon of light in the darkness. Heather at Be Our Guest Destinations. She can book all of your Universal Orlando vacation needs, and her service is free to you. And if you're staying on Disney property for some reason, she can also book Universal tickets that include transportation. How awesome is that? She's also an authorized Disney vacation planner, as well as being able to book all cruise lines. So if you're planning on battling Megatron alongside Optimus Prime at the new Transformers ride, or having a Duff Brew in the new Springfield area, or planning even further ahead to visit Harry Potter in Diagon Alley next year, contact Heather at 1-800-796-6240 or via email at heather@destinationsinflorida.com today. And don't forget to tell her that you're repping the UUOP.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
So after all the speculation, it's finally time for my secret segment. Now, while we've been excitingly discussing the announcements and events for Halloween Horror Nights, I decided it could be interesting and fun to investigate the haunted history of Universal Orlando. Obviously the resort isn't very old, so I didn't expect too much to surface, so I asked around friends, fans and employees to see what they knew, and this is the result. First up, I received an email from Mr. X. Now obviously that's not his real name, we are protecting an identity here. And this is a personal account. The one story I always heard involved Lombard's Landing, or Lombard's Seafood Grill as it's now called, the restaurant across from disaster. When I started with Universal in the mid-90s, I originally worked in the Park Services Department, custodial crew, and was assigned to the San Francisco Amity area. When I was training, my trainer told me the story of the Lombard's ghost. According to him, only one person was killed during the construction of the theme park. I say only like there should be more, but I digress. A construction worker fell from what's now the second floor dining room and landed in what became the water feature behind the hostess stand on the first floor. In the early days of the park opening, people would hear strange noises coming from the upstairs, even though they were certain nobody was up there, because they only used the upstairs dining room during peak season. And the sound especially came from the library, which is a private dining room. In addition, they rarely could get the water fountain in the middle of the little water feature downstairs to work, and when it did, it would only spit out gunk. Now, even though I was 19 at the time, I consider myself rather mature and don't take those kind of things seriously. However, a few months later, I was on my own cleaning out the upstairs restrooms. This is during a period when Lombard's was only open for lunch, so since there was no hurry in doing our closing procedures, we would just wait a few hours after the restaurant closed to head over when we had the opportunity. So what I'm trying to say is that I knew the building was empty at the time I was there, as the staff had already gone home. Normally we would only clean out the downstairs restroom, but on that day there was a VIP in the library, so we had to close the upstairs bathroom too. While I was up there, I could swear I could hear someone talking in the hallway, but I would look out and see nobody there. Then I would hear weird noises coming from the library and later coming from the upstairs kitchen, like somebody was throwing stuff around. Needless to say, I finished up in record speed and got out of there. That same night I was talking to my female counterpart who had gone over there about an hour after I did. She had heard the same things going on while she was there. She was scared to the point that she left, just stopped what she was doing and ran out of the building. Left her cleaning supplies and everything in there and refused to go back. Our lead, universal term for area shift supervisor, had to go back and finish up for her. The funniest thing is she didn't know the story of the Lombard's ghost. I told her to it that night when we were sharing our stories. After that she refused to ever go back and eventually got reassigned to a different section of the park. Not overly cool or scary, but the only ghost story I know in the parks, and one of the funniest experiences I've had in my years of working there. Mr. X. So with a little digging, I unearthed a video on YouTube. The commentary goes like this. While working the third shift at Universal Studios Orlando, I'd heard rumours of this restaurant being haunted, so I decided to walk around my cell phone and take some video. This is a result. Not sure what it is, but it's messed up. At about 9 seconds in, you can hear a very deep voice, followed what sounds like a sobbing lady or a dog, I'm not sure which. Then a loud slap or bang once I reached the top of the stairs. I heard none of this while filming, or I would have run out there like a bleep, probably. Now personally, I couldn't hear the deep voice when I watched this video. And I also didn't hear the loud slap or bang, but the yowling was certainly there. So I'll add a link to the show notes so you can head over and judge that one for yourself. Next, our very own Eric Davies took up the challenge. OK, Tracey, this confrontation story took a lot of vetting from various sources, and as far as I know, it hasn't been told anywhere. I got this story told to me by 3 Universal long-term veterans there at the resort 10 to 15 years ago, who all got really creeped out when they talked about it. You could tell they really believe it. Back when the ride was being built, a contractor named Murray died. Then on confrontation, there was a part of the ride where in the end the video screens would come down and show that you were just filming a movie with a video stream of the guests on the tram. Every day when they cycled the ride for the first time without guests, during that part when the screens come down, instead of seeing an empty tram with just the tram operator, they would see the tram operator and a person next to them. The operators had to say, "Good morning, Murray," and if they didn't, Murray would show up in the tram footage sporadically throughout the day. This haunted by Murray has continued to this day in the Mummy building, with various team members who talk about seeing things when they do the walkthrough, and apparently the techs who work on the Mummy at night have to greet Murray before they start work, or else the Mummy experiences excessive downtime. So, next time you're on the Mummy, greet Murray. So it goes on to talk about the Hitchcock Theatre. I've also confirmed through various sources loose information about the old Hitchcock Theatre, now the second Shrek Theatre, that was haunted. Apparently they had many issues with this theatre and with this ghost, and that was part of the reason why they only converted one theatre for Shrek 4D. They still have so many weird things happening in that second theatre that many team members refrain from using that theatre and will only try to use one theatre for Shrek when possible. I don't have a name for this ghost, except it's been there since the building was constructed. I've also heard a story about Back to the Future, the Simpsons building being haunted, but all these people do not believe that to be true. So I've researched a little bit more, and I came up with the following about Kong, Revenge of the Mummy. I can't guarantee the authenticity of the information out there, other than what I've previously mentioned, but here's what I've found out. Now my sources were OrlandoUnited.com and DiscoverUniversal.com. So the first bit I found was, I've heard this story apparently at random times a treasure room smells like bananas since it was where the banana smell thing used to be. The story about Revenge of the Mummy is that a worker died when it was confrontation. Some people claim to see him at the Brendan Fraser part. Another one I found. Many employees who've worked on Confrontation reported the ride was haunted by the spirit of a maintenance worker who supposedly fell to his death near the part of the ride where the video was filmed, as Eric has been telling us. While these rumours are unsubstantiated, several ride operators claim to refuse to take empty trams through the ride as a ghost appears in the video when no guests are on the ride. And during construction on Revenge of the Mummy, an electrical fire was mysteriously ignited, delaying the opening of the ride, and some have speculated that this is related to this ghost. A quote from a Revenge of the Mummy worker goes like this. I currently work at the Revenge of the Mummy. Ever since I started work on this ride, I've believed in ghosts. All I have to say is this building is creepy. When we have to ride the ride all by ourselves, we get creeped out because of the fact we sometimes see things on the ride that are usually not there. If the ride goes down, we blame the whole thing on the dead ghost that haunts the building. Now, employee mythology does repeat a lot of this. In addition to it is a documented apparition appearance taking place exactly 1 month after a 2009 temporary seasonal closing of the Jaws ride. A worker identified only as Robbie was performing the nightly routine washdowns and sanitisation of railcars 3 and 4. He reported to have felt a dramatic shift in the room temperature, followed by a slight pinch on his buttock. He began to scan the room for the unseen culprit, and seated in row 3 of railcar 4 was a faint spectre of Imhotep with a slight grin on his face. Judge that one for yourselves. I'm not quite convinced it will have been Imhotep himself. So let's move on to Back to the Future. Again, nothing confirmed but well-shared rumours. The sources are, as before, but also shadowlands.net and ghoststoriesandhauntedplaces.blogspot.co.uk. Now, Back to the Future. Some guests have died from natural causes, allegedly, while riding this ride, and 2 maintenance guys have been crushed by the cars while working on the hydraulics. On the 3rd floor at the entrance, where there are large mirrors, a small handprint appears about 7 foot up, especially when the floor isn't being used. And it cannot be cleaned off. It doesn't matter what they've tried, apparently these handprints remain. Now, also on the 2nd or 3rd floor, depending on the source, when that floor is closed, you can hear whistling of the song one of the maintenance guys like to whistle, and the sound moves up and down the hall, as if he's still walking it. On the 2nd floor, when cleaning cars at the end of the day, the cars will close on the employees when no one at the controls, and you can hear a small girl giggle. Also, some heavy doors open on their own when the ride isn't turned on. Shadows have been seen in the employee hallway on the 3rd floor, followed by a feeling of foreboding. Well, I can understand that. And also, people have been seen dressed in lab coats in the corridors. They don't respond to being called, and they just disappear. There was also a forum comment on one of these sites that said there were 2 photos as little memory tributes at the ride's pre-show of the team members that died when it was Back to the Future. Now, I don't know whether anyone can substantiate that for me. Now, I also found something about E.T. It's only a very, very little tiny snippet, so make of it what you will. Apparently there's a little girl in the E.T. queue line. Supposedly you can hear her crying in the E.T. waterfall as well. So if anybody has anything to tell me about that, send it over. And this one could be interesting. It's about Jaws. And it'd be interesting to see if this particular spectre makes an appearance in the area's new incarnation. Now, the story about Jaws is as follows. One day, a worker was working in the boathouse. The mechanic somehow came on, and bam! Jaws comes out of nowhere. Of course, as you would, worker freaks out. Lost his balance and got crushed by the machinery. Now, during Halloween Horror Nights, people swear they can see a green figure swimming around the boathouse gas fire area. Creepy? Made up? That's up to you. So there you have it. Do the restless spirits of tragic employees and visitors still walk the much-loved paths and queue lines of Universal Orlando? Or is it all folklore and imagination? Only you can decide. But next time you're in the parks and hear a whisper or see a fleeting shadow, just remember.
And that is our show for this week. Episode 42 will be out on the 26th of October, and that will be our full Halloween show. We'll have reviews of Howl-O-Scream and another revisit to Halloween Horror Nights on that one from me.
And the interview that we're about to do in hopefully 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, we thought, like, this one's not... There's not that much Halloween in this one, so we thought we'd go full bore with the last one. So it's all Halloween, so if you don't like it, it's tough.
Sorry! Not
all
really.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that was a little little bit evil of me.
Yeah, I think we should just use that one. All right. That will do it. Like I said, that'll do it for this show. So from me, it is good night, Internet.
Tatty bye, everyone. And it's ta-da from me.
Well, that just about does it for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. We'd love for you to get in touch. So follow us all on Twitter at UUO Podcast, at UUOP Tracey, at UUOP Darren, and at UUOP Eric. Like our Facebook page at facebook.com/unofficial Universal Podcast. Follow us on Instagram by searching UUO Podcast, and subscribe to our YouTube page at youtube.com/UUO Podcast. Don't miss a show by subscribing to us on iTunes, and while you're there, please leave us a review. Not an Apple user? No problem. Just find the show at uuopodcast.libsyn.com and subscribe to the feed while you're there. Send us your spews, funny schmits, live reports, and any other comments at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And come find us on the forums and say hello at our partner site, micechat.com. So thanks for listening, and until next time, remember, live the adventure.
This has been a MicePod.com presentation.
MiceChat.com